make your flow, because it's from inside. They never take your soul or break your pride. Vibe with me. You should vibe with me. I need lyrical, critical sensation, so that I can get hold of frustration and deliver my soul from temptation. Not just digital, but metaphysical, critical sensation. When my temperatures rose too impatient, and I don't figure no road to escape this. You should ride with me. You should ride with me. Take a ride with me. Side by side with me. That blew us here, and neither of us slew the steer that from the rail we'd unveil all the slowness there. Now we can sail with no sail, cause our route is clear, and we can leave home for unknown destinations, and you can leave your phone, cause we compose our own vibrations. Braveness is a trait that I've embraced since I've tasted your fragrance and embraced on this wave twist we're riding. And if Poseidon is smiling, we can live a life of pie or retire to an island, and you can be my co-pirate. I know that I'm no status quo, but don't you knock it till you've tried it. Now you enticed into my vibe, and see it's mindless to deny it. You should dive in vibing. You should vibe with me. Hey, Malcolm, vibe with me, girl.
Hey.
You should vibe with me.
That's all I do. Here we go. Hey.
Take a ride with me. Side by side with me. We on a walk with Mel, so I want you to vibe with me.
Yeah. Man, Amy Brown.
How you doing, sister?
I'm a lekker shout-out.
Almost,
Dat is goed elkaar. Het is een lekker druk als jullie nog wel zien het. It is a walk with Mel. I mean, the new season has started and we're starting it off with a bang. Kijk, die muziek wat de mensen moest lekker voelen, man. And I mean, you give us that vibes, Amy. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in.
Hey.
I mean, Amy, you are amazing. I love your work. Tell me, what was your first inspiration to music, or your first introduction, let me say, to music?
Hey, my father. My father is eclectic taste. Listen to LPs with him.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's where it started.
Yeah.
Later on, the words came afterwards, but it was always just the music first that did it for me.
Wow, wow. And your play of words, I mean, it is incredible. Like, I've checked you out on social media, obviously. I've seen you doing your battles, and even now listening to how you... Is it like just a lot of reading? Or what is it that, I mean, how do you educate yourself when it comes to your music?
Yo, that's a liquor question.
Uh-huh.
And that's the problem that I see. I often tell the younger like MCs, the people that they look up to, your wordsmiths, whoever your favorite MC is, definitely reads books. You know what I mean? You don't get out there without. And also just like learning new things, like ons is kapenaars, ons kan code switch enige tyd. Moenie jouself ook box in 'n taal. Moenie jouself box in 'n plekkie, moenie jouself box in 'n accent. If you feel you want to do that thing, nigga, then you do the thing.
I get you.
Who you are, the only people also like, you know, open yourself up to yourself.
Because and then where would you say you get your inspiration when it comes to your music? Because you touch on different topics. Like, where would you say you find inspiration when it comes to your music and your writing?
Hey, you know, like, we the unicorn children have been raising ourselves since day one anyway, you know. So shout out to the unicorn children. I love y'all. So it comes from, I would say, experience has grown my love for expressing myself. So the more the more brave you are to put yourself out there, to experience more things,
Sure.
the more you will gather the data that then becomes the music or becomes the art, becomes the graffiti. You know what I mean? You must
I
also
get
love,
you.
love.
In order to get
Loving
that
is loving is
experience.
my inspiration.
Wow, well said, Amy Brown in the building. People will take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. I want to take it closer to home because I want you also to teach me some of those chords and
yes,
basic with you. What to do? It is a walk with Mel. Make sure you follow her and myself on all social media platforms right now.
Hashtag who is Amy Brown.
Zeg maar het gloe.
At High Street Fashion, we offer consumers access to famous UK high street fashion brands at unparalleled value. Until now, most of these brands have not been available in South Africa. Our ranges change daily and every day brings a treasure hunt of trendy fashion. The priority for the original brand owners is to work with retailers like us to find new markets to avoid these end-of-season items going to landfill in the UK, and most importantly, protecting the environment. South Africa is the perfect destination because of the opposite seasons and the massive demand for these brands at affordable prices. Our source in the UK has worked tirelessly with brand owners of Pretty Little Thing, Boohoo, Very UK and ASOS over many years to find a solution for excess stock and at the same time project the integrity of these brands. These brands now embrace the resale of their products into a new secondary market. So head on over to High Street Fashion in Blue Route Mall today, where you'll be sure to find top brands at the lowest prices.
Art is always going to be the symbol for where like the world is at. Artists are always going to be telling the story of the things that's happening around them. That's all kinds of art. That's like art that you look at, art that you touch, art that you wear, art that you listen to. So for me, music is like how my expression is outside my body, like my self-expression leaving my body. And it's also a tether to like my higher self, you know, to other people's higher selves through our listening and creating, you know. So music is like, it's my kind of like my superpower. Words, yeah, it's my superpower. Oh yeah, deze is een G.
Ja.
Dit is een OG.
Hi.
Die van de badouw. Ja, dat is trouwens. Dat is wel.
Hey, dan moet je dat flikken. G.
OG.
OG zit de building.
Oh.
Ben is een OG. Amy is een OG.
OG.
Everyone's an OG.
OG
words, I like that. Ik zou bij jou dat die speelt. So, and if you change it, you can always a cake now.
Ja, ja.
Days are over. It's time for soldiers to wake out of their coat.
And we are back, people. It is Amy Brown. She's in the building. It is a brand new season 16 on A Walk with Mel. Make sure you follow and like us on all social media platforms. It's Mel Your Pal op Facebook and Mel Roglizo op Instagram. And make sure you follow this lovely lady, talented lady. And I mean, ik like om een season lekker te beginnen, man. En het is, soos ek sê, music laat hem is altijd lekker voel. You know, it's so dope to see your growth. And it's so cool to see our people that's so talented, man.
Hey.
So you mentioned it before the break. I mean, you said that you raised yourself. Like, what do you mean when you said that?
Give thanks, Mal, for all the seasons though. You're doing the things proud, making us proud and stuff. You know.
Shout out.
Hashtag who is Amy Brown for all the things. For all things. I was actually talking about the unicorn. I was saying the unicorn
Yes.
children. I was talking about the queer bodies. You know,
Yes.
like raising yourself as in like there's not an example of how. Of you. Daar's iemand wat soos sê like ons groot geraak het as hy nie meisiekinders was soos ons like.
Dis waar.
Wat sy haar soos ons is, whatever.
Ah, ja.
Ons estetiek is nie eintlik gerepresenteer. So in the now you add the spice of the being queer body. You don't have an uncle that looks like you. You don't have an auntie that behaves like you. So you raise yourself. So the music saves you through that. So you find, miskien is dit Spice Girls gewees sy tyd.
Dis 'n Spice Girl, hoor.
Hy boy wat in die klas Spice Girl het nou, die music was hom way om homself te kan uitbrei of
Yo, I get
relate
you.
to, oh, there's something about me that's not like that.
Jy voel dat jy
is-
fit in nie, né?
Yeah, and then some. So you kind of make your own place. You make your own place to fit in, and then obviously everything you do becomes Ek dink Amy Brown is a immediate reaction, my body's reaction to not having somewhere safe to go.
Yeah.
So it just created her,
I love that you. That is so quiet because as by means, but I think we're in a space now where we get to speak about these things, where we are open to speak about these things, and it's so cool that you said that because it's the first time I heard anyone ever. I mean, in the 16 interview seasons, that someone says that so boldly, because I've never heard someone. I mean, there's so many people watching that can maybe relate to that. And also as a woman, I mean, I said I've been coming here, I was thinking as a woman you represent us so well. I mean,
thanks.
in the hip hop, like in music in general, you're not afraid to speak up and you're not afraid to be you, Dus ek gesê het, ek voel ook soms as 'n vrou wat mense ernstig op hê. Do you have that vibe or not when it comes to the industry as a female? What challenges do you think you face as a female?
Look, vir my is die representation, vir my is die representation ding like a per ongeluk, because ek wil net myself represent eintlik. Ek kan net eintlik myself represent. Ek kan nie.
And wherever relate.
Ja, en sekere mense wat hy goed op hulle self sit, like I'm going to represent all women, all brown women, all women. And sometimes the people out there ripping me as all of those things, I'm not always very happy with the way I'm shown, the way I'm seen. For me, the representing came as a secondary thing to just wanting to express my real.
Sure.
And then women, but I will say hip hop is obviously very toxic and masculine, very much, and it can be ugly, and it's a bad place to be in. But I've also encountered so much beauty in hip hop in the city. I've found men, because now that is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I've met men who are just like changing the way you think about things, the way they engage.
Respect.
So I think the thing is just like you must know yourself first. And I mean, it's Women's Month now.
Represent.
Hey,
ek is oor het.
Couple the gigs.
Yeah, I get you. I want to actually touch on the hip hop thing that you said, because you spoke about it. I mean, jy het gerepresent for the battles, bro.
Hey.
I was like, yeah, Amy. Because I know with dancing is the same, when you battle, it's like intense, man. Like, as if I'm worried whether jy 'n man of 'n vrou is, hulle vat vir jou aan, But tell me, how do you go into it? Is there a specific mindset that you have? Jay is next level. You go in with a specific mindset because you need to be op it, like your mind, because when hulle vat vir jou aan, jy moet weer iets terug hê. Like, how do you go in that?
Look,
and what is the experience like?
Ek dink I dance comparison is miskien cool because that is that. I never actually realized there is that similarity, but I always wanted to battle rap. In my head, honestly, I was never battling a girl. There was always a bra. Because probably like 8 mile, whatever. It's like, ek het die bra. In my mind is it altyd die bra wat ek battle. En ek kom weer na knowledge of self thing.
Sure.
Because it's even like your ego by die deur los. Because now you're like, so, what bad thing could somebody say about me?
You need to be open.
No, jy moet self kyk en jy moet say, okay, I have this thing that's
so they
wrong
can say
with
that,
me.
Yeah.
This, what does society thinks wrong with me? Okay.
Hectic.
I'm gay. I have a missing tooth.
Yeah.
I intimidate boys.
Yeah.
Ek vloek by jou.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ek skeer
you
whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a weak thing. It took me to a place where like the words, because words are kind, words can be used for amazing things. But
True.
it took me to a place where the words were like,
I hear you.
because now you're digging in other.
But it's also you have to do it for yourself, wat jy prepared kan wees voor jy daar ingaan.
Yeah, and it's like, it isn't hard. I found it easy, man. The reason why laat ek sommer net op die record sê.
Yeah.
Die rede hoekom ek Cape Town hip hop battles gedoen het, is because ek dink die ouens wat dit doen is die goodie, lyrically. Hulle is untalented. Van hulle. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So ek wil net beter gedoen, maar soos 'n sport, soos 'n Olympics.
Right, jy beter die next hour.
Okay, my woorde en jou woorde, ons battle woorde.
But that's amazing. Ek hoor wat jy sê. I'm just a session. Dis
Yes,
sparkle bietjie.
Ja, wow, hy's al.
En dan groei julle almal.
En hy's die enigste rede hoekom ek het gedoen het in die eerste plek om myself sharp te hou. En ook my ego te
I love it. That's just the ander kant wat maar nou nie sien is perspective. But still jy sê in die hip hop game, I mean, you obviously, ons gaan nou praat oor your fusion vibes, but in the hip hop game, what do you think in South Africa? What do we have to offer and what should we work on?
Okay. Hip hop in South Africa.
South Africa or Cape Town, I mean, you can decide.
I think that we have I think we can stand to take ourselves a bit more seriously as I mean locally.
Yeah.
Only because the hip hop scene is still developing into industry right
Okay.
now. You know, the SABC does not pay us royalties. So what does that even mean? You know what I mean?
I get
so there
you.
are those like actual fundamental stuff that are broken, and then like data. Access to information.
Sure.
The data must fall, guys.
Please.
Data must fall.
We need it.
If anyone's watching, they can make data fall.
So
Can
please,
you just do things,
hashtag it.
please? Your shit, can we do it? Like that, like basic stuff. So, like South African artists are hungry people, human
Yeah.
beings also. That's
Yes.
before like talented.
I get
and
you.
one thing.
Before
there's
title, before
that-
anything
There is
else.
that level, and then if we can make all of those things better, then maybe there's a chance to also be protected as creative artists instead of
get you.
exploited. You know,
Yeah.
there's also that level to it. Getting gigs is a job for other people also. So now you're also subject to other people's business stuff.
I
and
get you.
So that's also.
Well said. Well said. I want to read this question want ek is soos ek sê die kinders op met na woorde. So I can't make a mistake when I'm around you. Ek het op besig om te spa. Jy weet julle right? Jokes I'm not.
No,
But I
yeah,
mean you said it yourself. You
Absolutely.
obviously you are a writer and you are MC and singer, né? And you say you blend simple strings with your muses to create ek is oor dit modern fusion music. What do you mean when you say that? And is that the vibe you're going for to fuse music? Because jy gee 'n bietjie van alles.
Yeah, I think it's like my father is a vast interest in music, so hy het alles geluister. So
Yeah.
Lucky Dube in Smashing Pumpkins in like Brenda Fassie en ook like Rick Wakeman en ook Pavarotti. So like alles.
Oh,
Like
it's a
ek het voordat-
variety. Yo, bruh.
Like literally
But it's quality
so.
people. I mean,
No, he has
solid.
yes. So I
Solid.
think there's that real early start influence, good music. I feel sorry for some of the lighties. They don't have good like musical.
Ja.
Mense praat van Kendrick Lamar as die beste rapper wat hulle ooit gehoor
Ja,
het.
maar dit nog nie voorig is gehoor,
Ja,
come on,
dan pyn my
guys.
hart. You know what I mean? Like
I get
they
you.
don't. So I think influence is a big thing, and what I mean by that, by fusion is like more confusion half of the time, really. But then I con my way through the
I guess
fusion.
so.
You know what I mean? And then I just,
Here we go.
you know. So basic strings, I'm always like four chords.
Okay.
Like or a few chords. I'm not like really a guitarist, I wouldn't say. For me it's really just the words that have a mind of their own. So
Sure.
the words are gonna come out either way. Other people are gonna hear me say it, I'm gonna write it on toilet paper or on a
Yes.
tissue box, or either way it's gonna come out. The guitar just helps the words to come out. And
Sure.
just like so either way it's always the words for me first, and then everything else just like ushers the words out to the thing. So
Wow, beautiful. Yo, dit is 'n diep antwoord my bro. Julle maar dit glo Amy Brown is in the building.
Hey.
And then what do you want people to take away from your music? After you're performing, even if you perform, because jy's live, my sien just op het. Because
yeah,
what?
thanks.
Like what do you want people to take away?
A receipt.
A receipt says I.
Takeaways. Could you have some fries with that?
I get
No,
you.
but I'm serious in real life. If there's a part of my truth that can make another person feel that they aren't the only person that felt that thing,
Sure.
then that's liquor. But that's like a second win, because I also do enjoy a round of applause. I do enjoy to be appreciated for the
Yes,
work
of
that I put into
course.
my craft and my art, and that is the thing. That's why live is lekker, because I can see people and enjoy. So
I
that's
get
why
you.
if you
Interact.
Ek is nog nie SoundCloudie en nog nie but ons
You're working towards
yes, no,
that,
it has its own
obviously.
season and it's
Yeah.
happening and it's doing its time. And it's,
Dope. Then what would you say, what is the vision for you, ultimately, as an artist? Ek gaan nie vir 'n was in jou 5 jaar, because that to me is always a difficult question when ek weet nie.
sure, yeah.
But what is the vision for you, ultimately, as an artist?
the vision. I'm hoping that I can what's the vision for me as an artist? That's all of me right now, because
Yeah,
like I
because
say,
that's
that
me,
is
because ek voel jy sien net 'n writer and you're not only a MC, you're more, not that, I'm not saying that if you're just that it's not cool,
yeah.
but I mean you do so many things, you know?
I'm definitely just kind of trying to find like freedom somehow, my own freedom.
Sure.
So if I can, if somehow the right amount of words in the right combination, the right person hears it, allows more freedom, that's the bomb, you know? I'm
Amazing.
surrounding myself with strong, brilliant people. So that's important to keep a
Beautiful.
keep the front row always clean, always looking sharp.
Ek is oor dit. And then any highlights that you can share in your journey so far? In
Highlights.
nice moments, in lekker moments vir jou
Ja.
so ver in your journey.
Lekker moments. Lekker moments. Amy. Ek try lekker moments te dink. Just, I think people, man, like, daar is connections wat ek gemaak het, wat ek nooit gemaak het, nooit sal gemaak het, as dit
Vir die was dit.
ja,
Sure.
vir musical. En ek praat hiervan, like, daar is moments waar, like, mense wat sy op die stage,
Yes.
sy deel die stage met kwaai mense. Jo, hy is in the kwaai,
dope,
hy is in
ja.
Koen en ek is nou op
Ja.
die stage met my. But that, okay, that's cool, but it will never compare to the small things like meeting people or
Sure,
just
I
even
mean-
having like having a light to tell you. I actually think it's cool that you rap, and I think it's cool that you do something the way you
I
do it.
get
And
you.
I also want to do it because you do it. So that's cool. Those are nice moments.
Weet jy, as ek nou, 'n mens dink altyd as 'n mens iemand al gesien het en sy ken hierdie persoon, but getting to know you in this now, just a conversation, like your intentions is so pure and I like that. I really like speaking to people that does it for the right reasons, man. And that's really dope. You know, your intention isn't about hype or fame or anything. It's just about the small things, and that's when I know you can only go far, man. So shout out to you for I mean, just for being who you are and being true to your gift. I want to end off just with a few last questions. What is the most important lesson you've learned so far, whether it is through music, whether it's through the industry, whether it's through life? What would you say, what is the most important lesson that you've learned that you can maybe share to someone else that wants to go into music?
The most important lesson I've learned is, and I think it's also what you were saying about the hype. It's easy, like hype is easy to get.
Yes.
Like you can fake your way into money. You can fake your way into love, people loving you. It just takes one photo with one nipple to have 1 million people acting
Sure.
like they know you and they
Sure.
love you.
Truth.
You know, I have 2 nipples, so imagine what I could do.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know what
it would have been like, hey,
What-
Malene, hello.
Hey,
I see you.
Like, but be
But I
real, be
get
real to
you.
yourself, love yourself, know yourself.
Sure.
Don't compromise your truth because
Sure.
it's easier to ride some wave, you know. It's so, you know, because... And then I would also rather be just an unknown, like the mayor of Niemandfontein, you know. But then to have myself sincerely at the end of the day, not have compromised anything about myself to do it, you know.
Sure. Lekker. Social media, where can people catch you?
The social media on Twitter is Amy Brownness, Miss Amy Brownness. Otherwise, Instagram, Miss Amy Brown, Facebook, Amy Brown Music. But in die algemene hashtag, who is Amy Brown?
Ek like that.
Hy sal vir jou.
Lekker. And what's next for you? I mean, what do we say is next for you music-wise? Is there some things coming out soon? Moet hulle my op page follow om te kyk?
I am, you know, it has so many streams and music is coming.
Yes.
Music is coming. I
Yay.
am evolving. The sound is evolving, you
Dope.
know. You can't recreate a live moment, so you're learning studio protocols and learning all of those
Sure, I
things,
get
learning how to
you.
put yourself out there in a different way. But there's no time for it. There's no timeline for it.
Got you.
It's like it will happen.
When it does.
Yeah, these kids have been hatching for a long time, and
Because
I'm gonna
what
keep feeding them until they
Shout
are ready
out.
to fly.
But social media is there, people. You can check out on all social media platforms to follow our work and appreciate vir jou man. Ons weet se gaan sommer nog vir jou kom en ja, al die tyd mense, it is a walk with Mel. The show will be repeating next week Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. on Cape Town TV, channel 263. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah.